If you've ever got a 23andMe done, you're not racist, but watch out. Watch out. Be careful, because you're not racist, but you care about race a lot. Like, you're bringing labs into it. It's very important to you how German you are, and it's not a good start. You know what I mean? That's not a good start. Also, have we not yet realized that race is not real? Like, it's a made-up parlor trick, because people get those back all excited, and they'll be like, I'm German. It's like, dude, that wasn't a country 200 years ago. Like, you can't be German. No one's German. We made it up. You know what I mean? All those tests should come back one way. You should get them in the mail and be like, honey, it looks like I'm a fish that can use a phone now. That's what I am, 100%. Put it on the fridge. Also, okay, maybe you're not a racist. You're at least a sadist, at minimum. Because what do you think you're learning with that? All you're finding out with a 23andMe is what part of the world your great-great-great-great-grandmother got raped in at some point in history. That's all you're... If that ever comes back and you're like, 4% Swedish, how'd that happen? Not a good way. You know what I mean? Like, someone's worst day is how that happened. That pie chart is just a documentation of war crimes. That's all it really is. Dude, it's 2019. People still brag about being part Native American. It's like, how do you think that happened? You know what I mean? That's not a brag. That's a dark family secret. You know what I mean? Like, you should, if that comes back, you should be like, burn that. Tell people we're Italian. Do not bring that in here. I guess this is probably the easiest way to ask this question. Does anyone here not own a smartphone? Anyone not? Okay, everyone here. I do too. They say 2/3 of Americans do, so that makes sense. They say it'll be up to 90% within the next 10 years because people tend to upgrade when they get new phone plans. So 90% in the future, 2/3 now. Everyone here, and we all know that smartphones are made by slaves. Which I know we all know, because when I said it, no one was like, wait a minute, what? I had not heard that. Where are you, Chet? Which is funny, because here's something, I'll give us credit. In America, we have the least slaves we've ever had. Like, we are at an all-time low on slaves. And we should give ourselves credit for that. Like, that's a positive thing. But I would judge by those smartphone numbers that we are the most okay with slavery that we've ever been at any point in history. It makes me think the Civil War wasn't about ending slavery. It was about not wanting to see slaves. You know, like, it was just like, everyone was, you know, people were like, look, I get that it's integral to the economy, but just not here. It's gauche. You know what I mean? Like, it's a bad look. It's a bad look. We like to think, it's just interesting because I think we like to think that we're automatically better people just because we were born later in the future. But you're made of the same meat that people have been made with forever. You have to actively make yourself a better person. It can't just happen through history. You know what I mean? That's why you don't care, because smartphones are too sweet. They're the best. You think if you met a Chinese slave, they'd be like, dude, I get it. It's not even a big deal. Like, I'm just happy you're happy. You know what I mean? Like, it makes me happy. But they wouldn't. They'd be very upset. And but that's just how it was. That's how it's been forever. You know? The cotton t-shirt was just the smartphone of its day. You know what I mean? Just some guy in Ohio like, dude, I know how it's made, but I can't go back to canvas. You know what I mean? It's too itchy. I mean, I voted for Lincoln, so I did what I could. You know what I mean? Like, I did what I could. It is interesting. We're in like an election year, like an election cycle year, which the only thing I really like about that is like new issues come up, so you hear new things discussed. I think that's important. I feel like this year, kind of like the new issue that's kind of on board is people have been talking about reparations. That's been getting a lot of mic time, which I think is good. Except a lot of people, when they talk about reparations, they talk about giving black Americans money, which I don't really like. I think it's like a shallow solution for a deeper problem, you know? But I think the reason people bring up money is because they're like, they know what the real solution is, and they don't like it. So they're like, how much cash can we give you to never talk about this again? I think that's what's going on. Because I think people know that the only reparations, the only real reparations, white slavery, right? Like that's the only one. And here's the thing, it's going to be 1 to 3 generations tops. That's all it'll take, all right? We'll be square. And if you're worried about it, don't. All right, it's 2019. All the cotton's picked. Those jobs are gone, right? You're going to be installing modems, picking up dry cleaning. It's not going to be that bad. If you work at an Amazon fulfillment center, it'll be a lateral move for your life. All right? Like, it'll be, you won't even notice. And here's the thing. We do 150 so years of white slavery. Now we have true equality. That gives black Americans a chance to accrue generational wealth, establish institutional control, and become true equals in this society. And if you're a white American, great. You get something that you have been wanting for hundreds of years, an interesting culture, right? Think of 150 years of white slavery. Ooh, the music. The art, the food. Oh, the next Renaissance is going to be in Kansas City, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And then we can stand together, all shades, true, real equals, and live in this country, live in this society as true partners. Hold hands and become slaves for the Chinese, I think. That's probably where, can't fix that one. That's probably where that's headed.